Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's movie review here, and today I'd like to review a movie I just watched called Gun Maverick. This one is available in theaters now, and it does of course star Tom Cruise. It does have a small cameo from Val Kilmer, and also stars Miles Teller. Now this is the sequel to the 1980s movie Top Gun, and if you haven't seen the original, it's about this guy, Maverick is his call sign, and him and some other pilots get sent to this Top Gun training school kind of thing where they compete to figure out who the best pilot is, and they'll be awarded the Top Gun award or whatever it is. And so they're just kind of there playing almost like war games, and there's an accident and Maverick's co-pilot is killed, and that's kind of the drama of the movie. And then throughout the movie they do kind of encounter some of the enemy pilots to just kind of add a little tension to it. So now it's over 40 years later, I believe, or 40 years later, and Maverick is obviously much older. We're introduced to him now. He seems to be a test pilot. They make a big deal about how he's never been promoted beyond captain because he kind of just does whatever he wants. And so he's always getting into trouble. Luckily for him, Iceman, played by Val Kilmer, has been promoted to Admiral now, and he kind of always bails him out of trouble. I was happy to see that Val Kilmer at least got a small part of the movie. It's real small, but I'm sure he was happy that he got to at least be in it, and it was nice to see him. So Tom Cruise, again, he's a test pilot. They're trying to get this plane up to Mach 10, and he does succeed. But the Army or his commanders or whoever it is, they kind of want to take the money away from that and move it towards unmanned technology, drones, whatever, aircraft that doesn't actually have to have somebody in it. And they kind of, throughout the movie, make a big deal about how the fighter pilot is kind of a dying breed, how they're not really going to be needed anymore. They're hardly needed now. And then they're like, oh yeah, but we have this mission that we need fighter pilots for. So they kind of contradict themselves right off the bat. So they got this crazy mission, and it's kind of left real generic because they don't want to name a certain country or anything. It's just in this unknown area. There's like this uranium enrichment center or something, and their uranium's about to be there, so they got to destroy it before it gets there, or something along those lines. And so they have to do this like crazy flight because there's like all these missiles that will shoot them down, and they have to like go through this canyon, and they have to like go down into this thing and then shoot the thing and then go like really fast and somehow escape. And so they bring in Maverick because they say he's the only one who has the experience in all these maneuvers, and so he doesn't really know anything about being a teacher, but they bring him there to teach them how to do this. Now Miles Teller plays the son of his former co-pilot Goose, and so they have a real kind of conflicted relationship. And at first I wasn't real sure if it was because his dad died and he felt Maverick was responsible or what, and I'm not sure if they ever really hit on whether or not he feels he's responsible, but they do say that Maverick kind of hindered his career, and so he was so he really resented him for that. And so he has to kind of bring all these guys together, and there's one woman, I think, too, and make them a team and train them how to do this. Unfortunately, it's too hard, and they really don't ever figure out how to do it until the day. Then they figure it out on the day, but they have to just do this crazy mission. Now, the first half or 3/4 of this, I kind of felt like it was like on par or maybe slightly worse than the original movie because it didn't quite have the tension of like all the times when, you know, Maverick engaged the enemies, and, you know, it didn't have that same feeling, although they did try to really hit on nostalgia a lot, you know, bringing back the Danger Zone song. I thought there was one other song they brought back, I can't remember for sure. And then they either showed scenes of like him and Goose, or pictures of him and Goose, or just kind of recreated scenes, like they brought back the old motorcycle. And they showed him, he was on a motorcycle a lot actually, and they showed him like just driving down the road and racing that airplane and whatnot, you know, just kind of bringing back some nostalgic scenes from the original one. But I would say like the last 30 minutes or the last quarter of this movie, the movie is crazy. There's so much action, so much tension. Even though there's like all this drama going on, they do tell some really funny jokes and kind of keep the audience just really engaged and enjoying the movie. And you know, they definitely picked up the pace at the end. And this is one of those movies where I feel it really kind of exceeds the original. I've always liked the original. I thought it was a pretty good movie, but I feel like they just did so much better with the characters and the story and the action, definitely the action, and it really just keeps you engaged. And I enjoyed this one quite a bit, guys. I'm gonna give this one a 4.5 out of 5. Hope you did enjoy the video. If you haven't already subscribed for more videos, check the videos, and I'll see you guys next time.